Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Music Den. I am Armando, your host, and in this episode, we're going to do a book review. And this is going to be fun because this is a heavy book to lift. This book is on the band Queen. It's a biography. It's listed as the official authorized biography of Queen. And I'm going to try and lift it up for you to show you in just a sec. It's called Queen as It Began. Okay. This book was released originally in 1992. It was written by Jackie Gunn, now Jackie Gunn Smith, and Jim Jenkins. Now, Jackie Gunn was worked for Queen Productions in their offices, and I know she went off to handle their fan club, the Queen fan club, full time. Jim Jenkins, who I saw on the Magic Years documentary, which was a triple VHS only release in the 80s that came out. Jim Jenkins was a self-proclaimed Uber Queen fan and became a Queen archivist. So anything you want to know about Queen, he'll let you know. Uh, this, I mean, who better to write a biography and get permission to do so, if not from someone that worked within the organization and that had the band's respect, because you had a lot of people. I'm just going to put this down. Sorry. You had a lot of people that wrote these bios on these groups that really had no idea who they were, didn't want to wait for any band member, etc., whoever band it was, to assist them, whoever they may be, to write the book. They just wanted to write a book, and if the band member wasn't available, I've heard of authors that have just gone off and done it themselves. Um, I am a Queen fan. There's no way around that. I've been a fan since the age of 11. I've known of them since the age of 5. So when you grow up in a house of three sisters and music's always on, that's what happens. And if you don't know a bit about the band, they formed in England. The roots go back to 1968, 69, when drummer Roger Taylor and guitarist Brian May formed a group called Smile with a third member. It was a trio, bassist, vocalist Tim Staffel. And they, they did not get anywhere. I'm not going to go into the whole history, but Smile did not really amount to much in terms of success. They met one individual by the name of Freddie Bolsara, who was Tim Staffel's, I believe, roommate from things I've read. And he was in other bands. Freddie Bolsara was in other bands. Sour Milk Sea and Wreckage, and Ibex was one of them. 3 of the bands, actually. And he eventually, after Smile folded, because they had one single that was released in the US called Earth and Step on Me, which was released through Mercury, but they didn't have any distribution in the UK, so it really didn't go anywhere. They folded, and Freddie Bolsara hooked up with Roger Taylor and Brian May, and they have formed this group, and Freddie came up with the name Queen. I'm not going to bore you with, because if you're a fan like myself, you know the details of their history. This book is the updated version to the original that was released in 1992. The original cover for As It Began was a blue cover with a center shot of a publicity shot of the band in 1990. And in that photo, sorry, I'm not good with words today. In that photo, you have all of them sitting all in a row, and Freddie Mercury looking very gaunt, very thin, and just very like, sort of very brooding. You could tell he was ill in that photo. This photo that you see here on this cover was the cover photo for the single Bohemian Rhapsody that was released in the UK. I'm not sure if it was released with a cover sleeve, a picture sleeve in the US. In Canada, Elektra did not do that. It was just a paper sleeve, cutout paper sleeve, standard Elektra Warner Brothers sleeve. This updated version, it goes from the band's inception right up to the death of Freddie. The detail that is in this book is unbelievable. There was another book that was written on Queen. I believe the author's name is Mark Blake. And it's quite detailed as well. But this book, as thick as it is detailed. It talks about the albums, what went into the recordings, the B-sides that were released because on the singles, because Queen in the 80s started to release more B-sides, unreleased B-sides, on their singles instead of just album tracks to be the B-side. So it goes up to Freddie's death, as I said, and it tackles the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. And there's a chapter in here that's called titled Onward. So it talks about what they were doing after Freddie's death, the projects that they were working on, Brian May's work with a theater company in the UK, and their work with Paul Rogers. Like it or not, it's out there. It's released as an album. The Cosmos Rocks was good for what it was, my personal opinion, but it was more of a blues album, blues oriented, and it really didn't do much here in North America. So, and then it also mentions the work that they do with Adam Lambert. So again, if you want to buy it, it's great. It's released through Omnibus Press. It retails for about $35. It's a hell of a book. It's really heavy to pick up. So if you're interested, it's at your local bookstore, Amazon. I think Amazon is selling it for like $35 to $39. So it's pretty much average price. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Again, say it again. If you like what you see, what I'm providing, please hit like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. All that helps me with the channel and what I'm trying to do with this endeavor that I've undertaken. So again, hope you guys are having a great day. We will talk to you very soon. Take care.